Right. Hello and welcome to this episode of Boomer and Degen. I'm your host, Biz, coming at you live with co-founder Andy of Crypto Hub HQ. Another day in the life of a crypto trader. What do we have? We have tomorrow's supposed to be a fascinating day. What do we see? And how did the market digest this fact? Not really well. What we saw with Bitcoin, I mean, what was that? And we got like a little bit of a flash crash. I saw what you posted, but before that, and luckily I was already that I was out of the trade. But XRP did the exact same thing as BTC.
So
So,
did it. So did ADA.
oh wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, weird, but it was a pretty bad candle. But it looked like it bounced off of that. So anyhow, let's see how we're doing. Let's look at the market health. Well, it looks like it's down, but Andy, what do you see on
Well,
your end?
okay. So this was the one I showed yesterday, right? Saying, oh, a little bit of recovery, and then we're back down today. And what happened was I shared this in our chit chat channel. I said BTC just dropped 3% in 2 minutes, and it was literally like 7 or something this morning. And I came in and I was like, okay, because the percentage is reset to zero, right, at my 7 a.m. And I suddenly looked and it was like, okay, 0%, right? And then I looked back and I was like, what, -3? It was like that quick.
Wow.
So what happened was, I mean, I'm almost fed up of being right here. Yesterday I said, I think there's more downside before upside. Um, I said there could be upside before we go downside, but as it happens, I think there's still manipulation in the market.
Yeah, 100%.
Um, God forbid, God knows where that's coming from. Let me
Whoa,
look.
look, we didn't even get the meeting yet. What's going on?
Well, it's interesting because there was a video by Charles Hodgkin, what is he, Hodgkinson
Yeah.
from ADA saying he was never invited to the meeting.
See? Oh, what? There's no way. We just saw that he was unconfirmed as a guest, right?
Yeah, well, apparently he never got an invite. Whether
Okay.
that's changed, but certainly as of n hours ago, he hadn't got an invite. But anyway, I let me tell you, I told you we're probably going to go down to what the fuck. Let me tell you why I think we're going to go down to what the fuck.
Wait, hold on.
And
Before we do that, I mean, we have to see that kind of the price action is flirting around with that trend line. You don't think it's gonna hold up? We're getting
well, that thing, it hasn't. This is the problem. Let me go to the 15 minute.
okay.
We went above the trend line. Yes, like we went above it, right? Dropped below it, went
Yeah.
above it, dropped below it, and now we're getting rejected at it again.
Yeah.
So, it was support for a little bit. Now it's rejection, right? It's resistance, and but this is early in the day,
Hmm.
right? We don't know. It could. Yesterday it started to go up after our meeting, but we'll see, right? We'll see. But at the moment, the trend line, as if by magic, is holding it up and down. So, one could argue we're going kind of wildly on the trend line, if you
Hmm.
know what I mean, because we're kind of the lows are getting slightly higher, and but also the highs are getting lower, right? All the time.
Yeah.
They're just getting lower. So, but the reason I think we're going down, and it's quite an interesting and important one, I think, is just like in that CME futures, they have that the CME gaps, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you know that we have an alert in our server called bullish fair value gap with break of structure,
Yeah.
and you know that I wrote that because if you get a sizable fair value gap with a break of structure, it tends to come back and test it. All right. And if you look here, it never did. Right. So this was oddly enough November the 5th when Trump won the election. We started to have that run up, if you remember,
Hmm.
and we got a fairly sizable fair value gap. Not one candle since that time has retested it. And and they say also that although there were multiple fair value gaps, the one with the break of structure is the most important to keep your eye on. So what tends to happen is it comes down to go into that what they call an imbalance with fair value gaps, and that we're going to then potentially go up. So how long that's going to take, I don't know. But that's why I put all this stuff on here, because this is looking very likely to come down to here. Whether it just goes into there, 73 something might be the limit down here. But I still think we're going to come down to there at some point. I really do. And I would rather than get down there now. Are you with
Mm.
me? Do it now.
Yeah,
Get
get
on
out
with
of the way.
just get it out of the way, right? And rather than teasing everybody with this clear manipulation that they're doing here, let's just get it down, get back up, and get back on trend. But I think that's why, right? And interestingly enough, our little altcoin season. I don't know if you can hear the people outside, but this is
They
um,
are they having a neighborhood get together?
no, that was my wife. The
No.
puppies are very bad today. I have like a leather office chair outside where I go out and have a cigarette or
Yeah,
sit and have a coffee sometimes. And they decided it
to
was
treat them.
raining yesterday, big rain, and they decided in their infinite wisdom to chew it and bring all the cushion out. So
No.
they're in my bad books. They won't even come
Whoa.
up the steps now because I was like I had to
Yeah.
get a stick and say you. So they don't come anywhere near me at the moment because they know I'm in a bad mood with them. But anyway, back to this. This has bobbed up a little bit. Well, actually, it bobbed down a little further, didn't it? Down to 22, and now it's still same Bitcoin season. This is gone to 30. I think it remained at 30, right? Hang on a second. Yeah, it was 30 yesterday. It's 30 today. The interesting one, though, is the stock market has gone back down, fear and greed.
Mm.
Now, what's happening is Trump, of course, put on all these tariffs with Canada, right?
Yeah.
And the beautiful tariffs are beautiful. And then someone obviously phoned him up and said, "Okay, I'm going to stop the tariffs on car parts." It's like, there comes a point if you keep being a strong man and then backing down, and being a strong man and backing down, people just go, "Do you know what?" And this is what the uncertainty is. It's just so much uncertainty. If you go back to, I've only got Tesla on because it makes me smile that is down so much. But Nasdaq down again, Dow Jones Index down again, S&P 500 down again. You know, which goes in line with all of this. This clear uncertainty. At some point, someone's got to sit him down and say, "You've got to stop this nonsense, right? You got to stop this nonsense." But I don't think he's a man that likes to listen to anybody. But anyway, you can just see extreme fear, extreme fear, extreme fear, except for that junk bond one. I should research what that is because I've no idea what they are. Um, but uh, but yeah, so the markets are pretty damn shit. I'm not sure I've got any. Oh yeah, this is from yesterday, right? Um, this lady apparently is a good one to follow. Um, I don't think we've had any updates about ADA owner. Uh, no, that was 5 hours ago.
I didn't even know he posted a video. To be honest, I thought it was a little bit of. I thought it was a statement.
Yeah, I don't know his Twitter handle. Do you, Charles? What is it?
Watch.
Yeah, that hit Hoskinson, right? That's him,
Oh yeah.
isn't it? Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can make you hear it. Let me know if you can hear it.
No.
Okay, you can't hear it. So where? Da, 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 da. Oh, is this? This might not be the one. March the 6th. And this could be the one. Anyway, he came on and did a video, sat in this seat like this, basically said we were never invited. We never received an invitation. So I don't know. So, more uncertainty. And I think that Bitcoin, clearly been rejected. And I never trusted it, even yesterday when it had gone above it, right? Because if I see a green candle in Bitcoin, I'm like, yeah, well, just wait till the Americans wake up
Oh man,
and see what.
Is Charles Hoskinson a streamer? He has a pretty nice streamer setup.
Mm, yeah, yeah, Yeah. I mean, I've got all these professional mics and stuff. I just use my MacBook, but I've got proper mixing desk and proper
With the
audio equipment.
with the nice mic arm, that looks pretty professional.
Yeah. I just don't use it because my MacBook I come across clear as day, so
Yeah,
why bother?
actually, it does come out pretty crisp.
Yeah, so I mean, it means that if I want to go to a cafe when we do a stream, I can.
Yeah. No, honestly, you don't need the fancy gizmos and all
No,
that.
no, you
Yeah,
don't.
unless you're using a PC because it's their mics, their onboard mics are not that great.
Yeah, so there's that saying, isn't there? Once you go Mac, you never go back.
Yeah,
And
not just
I have to say,
Mac, right?
I did it. I did it 13 years ago. I went to a Mac, and to be honest, every time I went, somebody said, "Oh, can you use this PC?" I'm like, "No." You know, I try, and then I just give in. Terrible machines. So yes. So anyway, that's the market, and all the markets are down, as you can see. Right? You talked about XRP had a drop. If I
Yeah,
go to
it was a flash crash
yeah,
thing.
look,
Yeah,
right. At exactly 7 o'clock, right? So my 7 a.m., which is when I said it, everything flipped to zero. And then I looked away. I was like, okay, zero, because that's my reset to start thinking about the day. Looked back, -3. It's like, so that actually, just just like when was that? 7 o'clock here. It had got up to there, and it dropped down 9.5% in like 2 or 3 minutes, which is what Bitcoin did. ADA did a similar thing. Look, same time, exactly the same time, 11%.
wow.
Crazy. Now, as a trader, Biz, as a trader, if you'd have been looking at that, you'd have gone, hey, fair value gap. Maybe it'll come back into it. Put an
But
entry.
it didn't really, right?
It didn't hit it. But you
Wow.
can sometimes I actually don't do it right on the fair value gap. And it allows me to have slightly less a stop loss. But again, you just gauge the where it is.
That one's
This
a tough
candle,
one
yeah. So it's a tough, but it would have been
because
a
you know
good.
why? It goes down in 2 minutes, and automatically that would spook anybody.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Looking back, it's very easy to say you could have got in. But the thing when you look at Bitcoin, and I'm going to come on to a coin to show you where our alerts are very good, right? And uh, once I get to them. But you can see this drop here. In fact, let me do it now. This coin has been coming in like crazy all the time,
Toby?
right?
Yeah.
Solvi. Now, 7 o'clock today. To 6, 7. So 7, it was here, and it had a drop down here. And I was fairly certain that this trend line was going to hold, right? Because it's been so strong and it's been doing its own thing. And although I had to go out to take because it's been raining and I had to drive the car for my wife today. But this is exactly the same entry I've had on for like 2 or 3 trades, right, going long, and because that's literally like a support line ish there within that range, and this is the kind of resistance line, which is why I've got a short ready to go, right? So that
Sweet.
yeah, so and I've got an alert set that if it gets above that as it retests it, I want it to just sit in that range a bit. And I've put the stop just kind of above this little top here, because if it does shoot up, then it'll come down fairly quick. But ideally, I want it to do what it does at the bottom, which is it tends to go in a range for a little bit, you know. But that little flash crash brought it back down, but I could see instantly it was bouncing off it. And another one that's been doing equally as good is Kato, right?
Oh, that
So
actually
Kato,
looks pretty good.
yeah,
Freaking
so
yeah.
Kato, what that did, if you look at 7 a.m. today, 6, 7, no, where am I looking?
That's your seven, right?
Yeah, so that was probably there and it dropped down, say 4%. But again, it was already in this fair value gap and it got supported fairly. It didn't drastically fall like some of the others did. Are you with me? So that was another one where you're going, and
Well, it
again,
recovered even much greater than that, almost double
yeah.
that.
So this is the same entry again. No, no, it isn't. I moved the entry down, but but again, this was another one where because this Kato has been coming into our alerts just like Solvi, Kato USDT rising well, bullish, outperforming Bitcoin, and then when you go to what the hell is it called? Solvi, uh, this has just constantly been coming into coins ignoring Bitcoin, bullish fair value gaps, rising fast, falling less. I mean, it's been constant over N days now, right? So that's just been a coin that I tend to replace them, but I didn't. Troy was another one that's come into saying it's ignoring Bitcoin, and although at 7 o'clock it did have a go back, but again it dropped and was supported by this trend line. So when you see this, often when you see these coins coming in where they're ignoring Bitcoin, I have said in the past, and I maintain that if there's a huge drop in Bitcoin, they tend to get affected anyway,
Mhm.
right? But once that big move's over, they go back to what they're doing, which is ignoring Bitcoin. So, I mean, it was a shame that I had to go out at that time because it would have been a great time to trade right then. Are you
Yeah,
with me? Just a
yeah.
great time to
Well,
trade when
hey, on the
when
bright
that.
side, I mean, it looks like it's hovering pretty close to that alert level
Yeah, I think there's
or
going to be quite
Solvi. I
some.
mean,
Oh yeah, I mean I think there's going to be some good trading this
there you
afternoon.
go. Look at it, it's
Yeah,
getting closer.
it's getting closer. Yeah, I'm expecting it to go to it. Um, and as long as this doesn't have big rises and falls like over the next I don't know 4 hours or so,
Wow,
I'll
what
be
a
able to.
recovery! That's a nice V
Yeah, but hang on a minute.
steep
It's
V, deep
it's a
V.
clear manipulation to buy back in, right? I mean, it's a clear manipulation to buy back in.
That's a
You know,
is it a textbook liquidity sweep situation?
no, it's a pure
Ma-
textbook manipulation situation.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is just textbook. Look at that. Fun. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We were 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock happened here, right?
Mhm.
And we opened here, and within like what is it? Six 6% complete drop in what 15 30, this was 30 odd minutes, but the big drop. So if I go down to the 1 minute table, the big drop happened. But when I posted it, it was just this, and that was like you know 3%, which is why I said it's just dropped 3% in like that,
Yeah.
you know. And but it dropped after that. It dropped even more. So it's so clear manipulation, and now they've got uh, you know 5%, like a lot cheaper, right? If they'd have tried to get in there, they got it at 6% cheaper.
Oh, they definitely licked a bunch of trades.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
know,
actually, come back to the one I haven't shown you today. um, you know,
two
the
billion or 2 billion.
no
Oh,
500 24 hours. It was that, but in say 4 hours, 33 million, of which 20 million were longs. So let me refresh it and see what we got. Um, yeah, so 4 hours, 33 million, 20 million longs, 12 million shorts. But yes, lots of people liquidated because, as you know, some of these people they do like 100x on Bitcoin, don't they?
oh, that's true. That's
You know,
true.
and
Yeah.
they were just wrecked.
Oh,
No
100.
matter
Yeah.
what, just absolutely freaking wrecked.
Oh, they really played that bull flag. They're like they trapped them hard. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They're
It's just
they're riding the fact that hey, nice, it's stair stepping into a bull flag, and then boom,
yeah. But again,
just
depends what time
pulled
frame you
it,
look.
pulled the
Depends what
rug from
time frame
underneath
you look.
them.
Yeah, but I
Uh oh, you hear that? Oh, your sound just killed. Yep. Oh, sad. We just killed your sound. I don't know what happened there. No. Yeah. Yeah. One sec. There you go. There you go. You're back.
Well, I hope so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what happened because the audio just went it just I don't know, it just rugged. There's no other way to
Technology.
explain it. Yeah,
Well, as
but
long as
your voice just went like glitched. And then I couldn't hear you no more.
blame Elon, blame
Yeah.
Elon.
Or
It's interesting because there's some big in London. There's these big. There's been this campaign to about an anti-Elon, right?
yeah.
And all over Europe, these signs about getting rid of Tesla. But the one that they've got in London right now, where I saw, is and it's on like bus shelters when you're walking down the street, and that is, and it just says X, cancel your account now. And apparently, many people are just cancelling their accounts on X and walking away. Because I mean, it
How
is a bit of it's a bit of a shit show, conspiracy theorist shit show now, right?
oh you mean you don't know what's real and what's not?
How do you know what's real on Twitter? You've no idea.
We don't
No,
know
no.
what's real anyways, regardless of Twitter or not. It's so
Oh, well, I
corrupted.
mean, I've been keeping up on the new AI video technology. Impossible to tell now.
Yeah. Really.
You know, we are in a very different world than we were 1 year ago. And well, for many reasons, right? But we're in a very different world. But yeah, so I tend to use this day chart for the market, like overall market, and I use the 15-minute Bitcoin from a trading perspective, right? What is it doing? You know, because if I'm trading a coin that's affected by Bitcoin, then I want to know, right? So I put this like, well, look at that, look at that, look at that. What
Yeah.
did I
Yeah, it's getting close.
say? I said it's going to hit that target.
You want to kill the
Where?
stream now? You can
No, so
focus on it.
that's the 15-minute chart. If you look at green, 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 15-minute chart, red, 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 the last one, right? Last three.
Okay.
But Solvi is just ignoring Bitcoin. If you look at Cato, let's have a look. Now you see Cato is kind of not ignoring it as much as Solvi is.
Yeah.
And I think Cetus was another one that was, but again, look, not that much. But Solvi is the one, and it's literally right at my target right now. But what I'm hoping is it shoots through it and takes a good sort of hour or so to come back down. Are you with me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I have a confirmed reversal.
Hmm.
So I don't want it to just go. I want it to go sort of up and then down and then down. So that then I've got and obviously depending on if this is really actually it'd be a very good time for Bitcoin to do another 3% fall.
Yeah. 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 Really. Really. Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's gonna take a few minutes to get there. But so yeah, so that's the market biz. Let's see what comes out of this crypto meeting today. I'm not hopeful that it's going to move the markets.
Well, who
Certainly,
knows? That's what everyone's saying right now, and people are just basically poo-pooing the meeting ahead of schedule. And I bet you, in Trump fashion, he's gonna say something about XRP this or Sol that, and we're gonna see a nice little pump.
yes, I think that. But actually, there's been a lot of coins like Move was another one, right? Now, Move, his company's been buying Move,
Yeah, that's right.
and they did have a pump up, but they're kind of retracing down. But Move has been coming into our alerts. Move USDT. Rise fast, fall less, but retrace now. Going their own way was where is it? There, that was today 11:45, but 0.17 now. So BCH look 0.03. BCH.
BCH, wow. Bitcoin
I know,
Cash?
old school, right? But look, you can see that is ignoring Bitcoin more,
Yeah.
right? So that's a good one to put
How much is that
in your
going for now? Can't really see that.
401.
Okay, all right. Never really hit its all-time high, did it? Or even close.
No, I don't know. Yeah, no, nowhere near. What, 1,600 or something?
Yeah.
Uh, no, no, no. But again, from a trading point of view, could be an interesting coin to trade today, right? And so the lower the number in this, the closer to zero you get, the less correlation there is between the price action of Bitcoin and that coin. So and I stop at point 0.2. So the highest you're going to get is 0.1999, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the least one, and they're sorted in that order of the correlation order. So BCH, you can definitely see, is not following Bitcoin as much. It was influenced by it at seven. What was it? Hang on a sec. What was 7 o'clock? Yeah. So, oh, there you go. My alerts happened. So Sol, there you go. 7 o'clock still had a fall because everything gets affected by that
Yeah.
fall, um, but recovered well. There you go. I said it was going to go to there, and it
Yeah.
has gone there. So now what I do is I hope it doesn't shoot back down before we end the stream, but I think it's going to go up like it is, and then it'll top out. Maybe I don't know, somewhere up here.
Yeah,
It
maybe
might
that
be.
fair value gap might make sense.
Well, I mean, it might be that I can get in at a higher. Whoops, hang on a sec. A higher. Hang on, I just want to get rid of this little drawing I have on my. Oh, will you stop whatever you're doing, buggering about? What's going on here? It might be that you can raise this up and get in at a higher point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you can target more profit down to that trend line. It might be, so that's why I just wait to see what happens. So yeah, so I just wait for it to play out. But anyway, Solvi has been consistently good over the last N days. Consistently good for a trader. So that's it, Biz. Well, let's see what today brings in the US with this
Yeah.
meeting, and Monday we can report back if it had any effect.
Oh, dang, it is Friday, isn't it?
Mm.
Wow. Time flies. For real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Monday. Monday's the 10th, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
I do have a flight to catch. But I think we'll be good. We'll be good for the nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
We'll touch base. We'll touch base.
okay. Perfect.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. That's
Cool.
it.
All right, guys. Well, have a safe weekend. We'll see what this crypto summit's gonna bring. Hopefully some green bars. And yeah, we'll be back at it again. Thank you everybody for watching. If you guys haven't done so already, give us a follow. Let us know that you followed us. Drop your Twitter handle into our server, and we'll get you full access to the sites. You get trade the tips and insights yourself. You see how we use it. You see how it's applied. Clearly, you can utilize it for yourself, and if you got some success, we'd love to hear it. Cool. You'll also be able to find the server link on our webpage. So click the link there. Scroll down to the bottom. You'll find the Discord link. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the inside. If you guys have time, check it out. All right, guys. Stay safe. Peace out.
Happy weekend. Happy trading. See you on Monday.
Later.